Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Tuesday, late afternoon, early evening, depending on when it is that you actually see this. I hope you're well. Hope the day's treated you well. You've looked after yourself. You've got yourself a bit of sun if you did get out there. Again, as you saw a video earlier, I'm looking out the window again. I am actually recording this much before I actually upload this. So don't worry about that and ignore me for being so weird about it. In this video, though, we're talking double Brazilian. We're talking Mr. Raphinha out in Barcelona. And also Richarlison as well. Some really intriguing reports about both players and potentially their futures and situations about that. Just want to say, though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us on the journey. We had a bit of a recent, I wouldn't call it a boom, because that's a Jurgen Klopp thing, but we've had a massive upturn in new subscribers. So if you are new, you're very much welcome to join us. And thank you for joining us as well. Just want to say, though, as well, I have uploaded previously just to this video. I did talk about a loan roundup, kind of all the boys out on loan, kind of the last big one that we'll do for the rest of the season, as most of this, well, not most, but quite a few of the seasons have kind of finished. As well as that, we had an update on Yves Bissouma's future at Spurs, as well as Ashley Phillips and Alfie Devine and their futures for next season, okay? But in this, let's start with Raphinha, because he was the first one on my screen. So it came from Mundo Deportivo, who said that Tottenham want to take advantage of Barcelona's financial situation by signing Raphinha. Spurs have a long-standing interest in Raphinha. Barca need to make a significant sale in the summer and are open to bids around 50 million euros, which, euros to pounds, calculator, let's do this. Let's call it 50 euros. So 43 million pounds is kind of what I'm going to go with for this part. So we have a bit of an idea, a bit of a ballpark figure. Ideally a little bit cheaper, if I'm honest. He's on big wages, so you have to take that into account with our transfer dealings. I wouldn't want to be spending 55 million on a guy and then going, oh, then we also have to now pay him 200 grand a week. He shouldn't be your top earner at the club. I think that's fair. As much as you like him or not, he shouldn't be your top earner at the club. I like Raphinha when I've been watching games recently, because obviously he's more of a right winger, very explosive, very dynamic, has the ability to use his right foot, which for some of our players, when you ask them to use their weak foot on the wing, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't have that, so I can't do that. So I'm just going to do what I normally do. Raphinha has the ability to go both ways. I like Raphinha. I've always liked Raphinha, but he's never been my number one. My number one is always, well, my number one started with Pedro Neto at Wolves, but I think Pedro Neto's market's not died, but it's just sort of quietened down because of the injuries he's had this season. My guy's been Eberechi Eze, and after watching yesterday, it could be Michael Elise at this point, because both Elise and Eze have been fantastic, and if Spurs want to go get both of those guys, oh, go on then. You got my arms bent back. Oh, no, what a shame that'd be. Both are fantastic last night against Man United. But for us, if it was to be Raphinha and that was the guy that Ange truly wants, then I'll totally back it, because he's Prem proven, physicality wise. Other than when I watched him for Barcelona or Brazil, he can play the Prem. He has no issues with the physicality. Once he plays for one of those two clubs, he's a bit weak. But when he's in the Prem, got stuck in, had no issues picking up bookings because he's been fouling people, and no issues with that. I remember that for Leeds. I like him. He would be an upgrade. Now, that's the way we're going to go about this. He'd be an upgrade. I just think because Barca have spent 70 odd million euros, I wouldn't want Spurs to be spending anything near that. We've got other holes that we still need to fix. And as much as Spurs could be on for a big summer, let's take it into account that Spurs probably aren't in for a big summer. And therefore, I'd rather not use all the money on one player, because we still got so many holes. And the last few weeks have showed this team needs some serious investment still. So we shall see. Speaking of investment and where it may come from, Richarlison, I want to speak about this because this has only just come out in the last sort of half hour, and it came from Jack Brickbrook in The Athletic. So very, very good source, this one. It says that there is interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia in Richarlison, which would give Spurs the opportunity to make their money back if they choose to sanction a sale. Now, with Richie, he divides opinions. I think everyone loves his attitude. He works hard. He offers us something a little bit different in the attack that maybe we don't have with other players. But we also kind of look at him and go, yeah, but he's got the most value. we still need to get a striker, and he would raise serious funds to allow you to go and get the striker that you would want. Be an Ivan Toney, be a Dominic Solanke, be, Santiago Jimenez. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's any of those guys. I'm just saying if it was one of those guys, his sale would pretty much fund it, right? Because we spent upwards up to about 60 million on Richarlison, right? I think you'll probably look and say, look, we're not going to get that for Richarlison if we sell him. His form post-surgery and pre the injury was fantastic, and it probably aided his value if we were looking at a sale. What I would say is Spurs are going to want 40 and above, right? They're not going to want 40 million and kind of call it that. Excuse me if you heard coughing. Sorry. You wouldn't want that because that's just not enough. They're going to want 50 to 60 in that pocket realm, right? So if we would go off the idea that maybe we get 50, then I can kind of see as to why Spurs may do it, but there has to be a plan in place for an upgrade. I'm not going to go into back-to-back summers where we sell our number 9 and then don't replace them. We have to get a striker this summer because regardless of Richarlison or not, we have to get a striker. We do. We really, really do. Who that is, I really don't know, because the ones we've been linked to, I think Solanke probably performance-wise has probably been the best. I know we're still with Joshua Zirkzee. Obviously, he's had a really good season for Bologna. Jimenez has struggled a little bit more in the last sort of half a season. Ivan Toney's not scored in, 10, 11 games. Playing for Brentford can be tough. I get that, but I'm trying to look at it. I just don't know who Spurs would go for. I think if you sell Richarlison, you have to get a striker. Do you consider Son another striker still? Because if you don't, you consider him a left winger, then you need to buy another striker. Because I'm not going to go into a season where we sign a striker, we sell Richarlison, and then we go Dane Scarlett, Alejo Valise, or Will Lancashire. As much as I think those guys have potential, and I'm excited about that, that shouldn't be happening. You've left yourself 2 weeks, especially when you're playing 2 to 3 games a week. So, if Richarlison wasn't to be moved, I expect us still to sign a striker. I expect maybe they may think of Sonny as a left winger from then on. Now, if they expect Sonny to be more of a striker, and then you rotate between him and the other striker, with, sprinkling in a Scarlett, a Valise, or a Lancashire, or me, you, whoever, fine, I can maybe see it, but Spurs need a new striker, massively. They also need an attacking winger. Be Raphinha, Eze, you or me, whoever, right? We need both those positions. We still need a 6 as well. We still need a centre-back, a left-back, a right-back, because we've been watching Emerson Royale. We need a right-back. Even staunch Emerson Royale defenders are probably going, oh, it's been a rough showing for us. Backup keeper, I think they'll skip on this season, and they'll go Brandon Austin next year. Fraser Forster as well, obviously giving you that experience. But I think Spurs, 2 in the attack, 2 in the midfield, 2 in the defence. 3 in the defence even. See what I mean? But we'll just see. Anyway, guys, the end of the video, I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. If you did, hit me in the comment section just below your thoughts and feelings about a Raphinha in, Richarlison out situation. Would you want it? If you don't, why not? All that jazz. I want to know your thoughts and feelings. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. Anyway, guys, end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.